My name is Cissy Jones. I play the role of Susan in Remothered, Red Nun's Legacy. Susan is the protagonist of the game, and I think people are going to be surprised by her.
A child is dreaming in REM phase. With open wings, a moth is ablaze.
What initially drew me to the role of Susan was that she is a woman who is refinding herself after a period of shrinking. She was told for so long that she was not enough and too much at the same time, and she believed it for a very long time. And now she is learning that she is stronger than she ever gave herself credit for, and she has the ability to change the course of her life. She doesn't have to wait for anybody else to do it for her. The other thing that's been really fascinating about this whole process is how intense the script is. I don't know what they're drinking over at STORMIND Games, but man, they put her through some stuff. The character of Susan, I feel, really needed to exist in between strong female character and damsel in distress. You know, I feel like there's been such a dearth of gray for women in games, and so to have this character who has been weakened by a lot of her own doing and listening to other people telling her that she is not enough, but then also learning at the same time that she is more than enough and more than capable, and finding what that looks like in the middle ground has been really fascinating for me. I think there is so much room to play when you have a female protagonist who is curious and also learning to find her strength and learning what growth means for her and how far she will go to protect the things and the people that she loves most. What will stay with me after portraying this character is really remembering you're only as strong as you allow yourself to be, and you're only ever as weak as you allow yourself to be. So finding the moments every day where I can say, you don't get to tell me I'm not enough here, or you don't get to tell me I'm too much here. I know exactly what I'm doing, and I know how to get this done the right way. That's a really, really powerful combination.
The Red Nun is very interesting, and we get to learn a lot more about her backstory in this game. And obviously I have a history playing villains, but each one is unique, and learning their why is what makes them interesting. So in the case of the Red Nun, her backstory is one of intense trauma, and getting to learn about that in-game really humanizes her. You begin to understand why she did the things she did in the past and feel a real empathy for her. When working on the Red Nun, you know, we're exploring a character with some pretty horrific childhood trauma, so I wanted to make sure I was being respectful of that and doing it justice. And I just think she has a lot of strength, and ultimately she was just a hurt kid trying to survive. You know, I'm very lucky to have not had to endure the things that she has in my lifetime, so I mostly just found myself admiring the strength and resilience that she displays throughout her life. I think the Red Nun is very different from other characters that I've played, especially in this game. So it was very exciting to play a character who we see really wrestling with choices in the moment. It was an absolute pleasure working with STORMIND Games. They were very interested in hearing my ideas and working collaboratively with me to find the character. We get to meet the Red Nun at various different stages of her life, so we had a lot of fun exploring what each of those versions of her needed to feel like based on where she's at the time. And to all the players out there, I just want to say thank you so much for supporting our game, and I hope that you come to love the Red Nun the way that I have.